Yo, KP Scott here. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the official review of the definitive technology, the Syn DN10. If you haven't seen the unboxing and overview of this subwoofer, I suggest you go back and check that out because I won't be giving too much of an overview on specs and stuff in this video. This will be just the overall review and my thoughts on this subwoofer, but I will do a small recap. So this is a 10-inch subwoofer, but not your average 10-inch subwoofer. This subwoofer has a 10-inch front firing sub with two passive radiators on each side. And I mentioned in the last video of this subwoofer that this is one of the most appealing subwoofers that you can get, and I still stand by that. It looks really nice. You have that cloth grille that goes all the way around the outside, even to the back where the plate amp is at. And then the top is like a matte kind of white with the definitive logo on the top. It's a really nice touch. It has some rubber feet on the bottom, so if you're using this on bare floor, it does have a little bit of decoupling, so you don't have to worry about it vibrating through the floor if you don't like that. And of course, tightens up the bass response just a little bit. And then on the back side, it has a nice little, I think it was a 500 watt amp on the back side, so it's a pretty capable subwoofer. Now in the last video, I got a few comments that were asking me about this plate amp and how does it operate. Because if you look on the back side, it does not have an auto on off switch like you typically see on most subwoofers. All you have is power on or power completely off, but not an auto sensing. Well, it does have an auto sensing feature and it's built in automatically. So what the subwoofer does, right now you see the blue LED that lets you know that the subwoofer is active. It has detected the signal, it is ready to fire up. And then after it does not detect a signal for about 10 or 15 minutes, that light will turn from blue to red and it's now on standby. So it does have an auto feature built in. You just can't switch it completely on. You can't keep it on consistently. So keep that in mind if you're looking for a sub that's something you can turn on forever. Alright, so I'm going to share my thoughts with you guys on this subwoofer, and I'm not going to make it a long video. It's going to be a short, pretty much concise little review. I don't have a demo for you guys for this subwoofer because it doesn't translate as well through video as I would like it to for you guys, so I'm going to use more of explanations and references to let you guys know how good this subwoofer is. First off, this subwoofer is fantastic. I bought it for $8.99. I think you can now get it for $7.99 on their website. I believe they have an 8-inch, 10-inch, and they rumored to have a 12-inch version as well. I haven't yet looked for it, but I think they have a 12-inch as well. And with those passive radiators, what it does for you in the performance is it performs bigger than it is. So this subwoofer is not a big subwoofer. Actually, let me put my Rhythmic 15-inch sub next to it and show you just how small the subwoofer really is. Check that out. That's my Rhythmic subwoofer on the left compared to the definitive technology that has 3 different drivers versus the Rhythmic with 2. Of course, the Rhythmic has 2 15-inch drivers in there, but it's also sealed. You can see how much bigger it is. So yeah, it's a really small subwoofer, but those passive radiators give you a bigger performance. So the point of having a passive radiator in a subwoofer is to give you the appeal and the effect of a ported subwoofer without the downfall, the downsides of the port, meaning port chuffing and a quick roll off at the lower frequencies. It's much tighter and still can output pretty low, deep bass at a usable volume. So I have listened to the sub since I've had it for almost a week, maybe 4 or 5 days now, and I've listened to it pretty heavily. I've watched regular content, I've watched YouTube on there, watched some movies, and listened to music, and this is an absolute performer. I highly recommend taking a look at this sub, especially if you're looking for sealed subs or looking for small subs. This one actually is very nice. It comes in this color here, white with the gray around the perimeter, or you can get it in all black, so it kind of goes with whatever decor you have. And it sounds absolutely amazing. On the website and on the owner's manual, it says that it's rated down to 30 hertz. As its in-room or at its frequency response. But I said in my last video, I think it would perform a little bit lower than that in room, and it definitely does. I think I got it to go around 26, 25 hertz before it was just completely inaudible. And that's really good for a small 10-inch sub with passive radiator. 25 hertz is usable bass. There's not a lot of content out there that'll give you much lower than that. So it is a true solid performer. And it's not, like I said, the big appeal, it's not big at all. It hides away in any room, small room, medium room, it hides away really well. And if you don't want it to hide away, I mean, it looks good. So you have it right there in the forefront of the sound stage. It looks really good, it sounds even better. And the price point for what you get is not bad in my personal opinion. It sounds really good with those passive radiators. Bass is really tight, still has a lot of usable output on most frequencies, but the big appeal is how flat this is. Playing different genres of music, you get to venture into, different bass frequencies, different song types, different quick responses, slow bass, deep bass, muddy bass, whatever the song asks for. And the sub does well. It keeps everything articulate, keeps it tight, keeps it punchy, and it still fills the room with plenty of bass. Even on movies, it has a lot of impact too. People say sealed subs don't do as well for movies, and I kind of don't think that's the truth anymore, especially with a solidly built sub like the Definitive Technology sub. I don't really have any complaints for this subwoofer. I do like that it keeps it small. I do appreciate the power rating at 500 watts. It's good for the sub. Don't think that lower wattage means you can't get loud. You can get loud at 500 watts. And I think this is perfect for a small room, apartment sized room, a small living room, maybe even venture into the medium size. I would run more than one if you're gonna do so. I would run more than one regardless. But if you're gonna have this in a medium room, you're gonna wanna put two in there just to even out the bass and give you your best chance of filling the room with sound. But there's not really much to complain about with this sub. It looks incredible. It performs really well, and it does perform bigger than its size, and that's thanks to the engineering inside that cabinet. So guys, I really highly suggest you take a look at this subwoofer or any of the new Descend DN line, the 8-inch subwoofer, the 12-inch subwoofer, whatever you want to. I think this is a true performer. I think it's well worth the money, and it rivals a lot of really good subs in this price point, like the SB2000 and things of that nature. So I think you should guys take a look at this. I absolutely love it. I decided I'm going to keep this subwoofer and use it as my secondary. You guys obviously see that I have a rhythmic subwoofer to the left of it. That is my primary puncher right there. But I'm going to use this Definitive Technology for a little bit and put it near field. I'm going to put it next to my seats in my home theater as a near field sub to give me a little extra rumble until I can get another rhythmic. I won't get another rhythmic in this room. It's too small for these massive subs, but I will use this one for now. So eventually this will be a giveaway sub, so stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, I give away to my subscribers only. So a giveaway will be coming not too far from now. And I have a few other things to give away to you guys as well. So if you're not a subscriber, hit that button. Hit that like button as well. Leave me a comment down below and let me know, have you heard any Definitive Technology subs? If you have, which one have you heard? And what do you think about that? Leave me that comment down below. Hit that like button and subscribe if you are not already. We will see you in the next video. Keep it Sky out. Peace.